We can now cross to France 24's reporter Ellen Gainsford in Rzeszow. Ellen, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit more about President Biden's visit to this city specifically and what's on the agenda?
Well, yes, Olivia, there are several reasons why Rzeszow is an important destination for the US president. Firstly, as you said, there's this military base on the outskirts of the city, which does play host to a large number of NATO troops, including US troops. And we've heard that is on his itinerary during his trip. And secondly, it's really on the front line of the humanitarian crisis here in Poland. And we are outside a reception center for refugees at the moment. And the city does play host to a large number of Ukrainian refugees. And it's really a destination for several reasons, because the population of the city, there were many Ukrainians who lived here before the conflict broke out. It's a chance for Joe Biden to express really some symbolic solidarity. Polish services have been stretched to their limits by the 2.2 million people who've come into the country from Ukraine. And the Polish authorities have been calling for assistance from the US president and other foreign nations. Well, we've heard that Joe Biden has said that he'll be discussing how to coordinate a humanitarian response during his trip here. And he's set to meet with the Polish president tomorrow and with humanitarian experts in Warsaw.
Now, as you mentioned there, Ellen, Poland has been the first port of call for people fleeing this conflict. In terms of the situation there, organisation, how they're dealing with those waves of refugees, how do you see things on the ground?
Well, we've had a chance to go into this refugee centre that's behind me this morning, and because at the moment it's not too busy, so they allowed us to walk around. We weren't allowed to film in there, obviously to respect the privacy of those who are currently using the facilities, and we were able to view how it's organised. There's one large room with beds that are spaced up very closely together, and there's a whole host of facilities for children on offer, because we know that obviously the majority of refugees coming from the Ukraine are women and young children. And normally we've been told the refugees stay here for around 2 days, but in special cases they can be allowed to stay for a bit longer. And speaking to the volunteers here, they've said that it's really not a very easy job. We heard from one woman that she's in tears almost every day from some of the stories that she's hearing. And well, while there's only around 100 people in the centre at the moment, it is capable of hosting up to 500 people.
Thank you very much, Ellen Gainsford there, reporting for us from Poland.